early on in life, my son started playing soccer. And when he was younger, he was smaller and didn't really have that big of a foot from a kicking perspective. And so one of the things that I did was we had a 6 foot fence on the side of our yard, and he would go out and he would, I'd set the soccer ball down and I'd be like, hey, see if you can kick the soccer ball over the fence. And so when he was younger, he would do that, and I'd be like, okay, now move it back a little bit farther, move it back a little bit farther, until where he eventually got to where he could almost have it from the fence all the way down to the end of our, like down by the road, and kick the ball up over the fence. Well, one of the interesting things is now that he's gotten older and he's playing high school soccer, one of the things he's great at doing is he's great at doing corner kicks. And it's amazing how well he's become at doing those. And a big part of it is because when he was littler, he'd go out and he'd spend just a little bit of time each day, not a lot of time, just a little bit each time, trying to kick the soccer ball over the fence. And today, as I was reading in the book of Proverbs, chapter 20, verse 4, it said, "The sluggard does not plow in the autumn. He will seek at harvest and have nothing." As I read that, it reminded me of Noah kicking the soccer ball over the fence. See, because he took time to plant in the autumn, he had a harvest in the spring. As a kid, when he was younger, when he kicked that soccer ball over, he was able to then do amazing corner kicks as he's gotten older. That is such a huge principle for our lives. And as I began to think about that, one of the things I realized is, in the Bible, we're called not to worry about tomorrow, right? We're told that today has enough troubles for itself. And one of the things I've come to realize in thinking about this verse is that if I actually lived in the present today, did the enjoyable things that I enjoy doing today, that are skills, that are educational, that add value to my life, then I actually begin to develop and to set my future for tomorrow. So what I do today determines my future. I don't need to worry about the future to have a great future. If I actually seize the moment today, I will determine that I will have a great future for tomorrow, right? So the law of compound interest, if I save a little bit today, each and every day, then down the road, I'm going to have a ton of money in the bank because I saved a little bit today and interest built that over time. If today I put a little bit of time into friendships and into certain people and relationships I value, then in 10 years, 15 years, those friendships are going to be massive and they're going to be huge. And so I think it's really interesting that God has developed it in such a way that we can actually have the most successful future by having the most successful today. So I don't know what you're worrying about down the road. I don't know what maybe some of your fears and your struggles may be, or some of the things you're wrestling with. But I would encourage you to think about maybe what that thing is down the road that maybe you're fearing a little bit, and say, you know what? What is it that I start doing today will actually make it so there's no worry about tomorrow? Maybe you have the issue of heart attacks in your family and you know that down the road that's something you should worry about. Well, maybe if you just chose today to live a healthy life and eat heart-healthy foods today, then more than likely you won't have to worry about the heart disease and attacks down the road because you'll have lived in the present and seized the moment today. So I hope that can be an encouragement to you, that you don't need to worry about tomorrow because you know what? You're building your future by how you live today. I tell you what, the Proverbs is filled with wisdom like that as we walk with God and seek Him, it will change the course of our life forever. And so just the simple little habit, if we can begin to develop it today, will make a radical difference in our future.